So, hello, we are back. And as you can see, we have Hannah's place in front of us. And I decided that I'm going to be editing this place, like doing some remodeling or something. Like, now that I have a bit more of experience building in this game, I think we can do something about this disaster that we call home. I know, but I think we can do better now. So, yeah, the goal is to, remove displays, do something about this, but without spending any more money than the one that is already spent in the house. So at the end of this, we can have less money than what we have right now. We can have more, that will be great, but not less than that. So let's see how that goes. So I started by taking all the furniture out, and then I got rid of the windows, like that I went overboard with that when I first created the place. So I knew that I needed to do something about that windows that I use. Those well, but anyway, so um, I made a mistake because I didn't plan the new vision for the place, but I wanted to, try and keep it like similar to what it is already, but you know, but like a better version. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like necessarily an easy process. I spent a few like trying to figure out what to do when looking and saying like thinking like what is my vision, and then I realized I didn't have a vision at all. So yeah, but then I was like trying to play around with the lot in general and all that, and see how I could, remodel this place while not spending a lot of money. So yeah, I decided to go for a more open concept in the first floor, because I know that the more walls you have, the more money you spend. So I was like, maybe we don't need to separate the rooms like that, like with walls, just by using like the the furniture and thing. We can do something. So that's what I planned for the kitchen and all that. I decided also to change the position of the stairs. Trying to make something about this, but I was like trying to remind myself that I couldn't spend more money. And right now we have more money at this point in the video of like the one we started, because we saw of all the windows, but then I had to keep in mind that I will need to put the windows again, you see. So yeah. So it was a lot of me doing things, and then decided that no, that I needed to change it again and all that, because again it was my mistake not to have a clear vision again. That was the first one that I like, the first mistake that I made when I originally created a house, because I just went blindly to create a house. But yeah, so now I went blindly to edit the place, remodel the place, whatever. So I was like, yeah, how am I supposed to do this better? Like, I really didn't have a clue about what will make this place like, I did had the vision of making it smaller. I was like, yeah, I need for it to be smaller, but I don't know if I really got that. I was like, trying to. I was like, it need to be uh prettier. Also, that was one of the things to look like more. I don't know how to say it, but like not as cheap as it looked before, and not as, I don't know. I like with a shape a more interesting shape. That's what I wanted, and I don't know. I think I did got that, but but again, like I mean, like in the end, I think what I did with the house now was like a better result. Like that, it really looked better, but I'm not sure if like well, yeah, it's it it looks better. Okay, so so anyway, it's a lot. Like I don't know. I think it's harder to edit something that is already there because I didn't know. I mean, I was conflicted about what I was going to change and what not and all that. So yeah, but because I wanted to, I didn't want to be like completely different. I don't know if, if I'm making sense. Like I wanted to be different, but I wanted to still be kind of similar to what it was. Do I make sense? I don't think I'm making any sense. But what I mean is like I want to look better, but I want for you to look at the place and still see like remnants of what it was originally, so that it could be like, yeah, that was my first home in this game, the first home I built, and it's still there, kind of, but it's not. But I don't think I got that in the end. I think it was completely different. Like it didn't look like the first one at all. um, I don't know. I think there were. I don't know. Definitely, it wasn't like the first version of it. Like it didn't look like that. Like I don't think you can place the two houses like side to side and say like, yeah, that's the same house. So yeah, but in the end, I don't think it's a bad thing that that happened. Like I don't know. I like the new version like a lot more. So I don't know. I also wanted to play with you know the paint and all that because in the previous version I used just one color that was like a solid one, like and I don't know, it seemed like I don't know, but I think this time around, like you mixing colors and things um, makes the place look better. Or so I think. I don't know if I should be saying that myself, but that's what I think. I was trying to go for like a bit like more lighter color because the blue that I used for the previous version I thought it was a bit sad. Um, but like in the end, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm obsessed with the color black. That's my favorite color, and I don't know when I put black in things, I was like, yeah, anytime I use black, I feel like it looks better. So I ended up going to a black and white kind of theme. And I think since I use the paint, like the main paint one that I used was black, a lighter color, it doesn't seem to, like a dark place. That's good, but still I got to use black. So yeah. So as I said, the plan was to not spend more money than what we already spent, or basically that at the end we couldn't have less money because I gotta admit that I might have like cheated a little bit because because I sold things like things that I had in the inventory and all that and storage. So I sold things and so maybe that was a little bit of cheating because it wasn't that. before starting this, then we would have more money when we start this, which means we wouldn't have we will have to have that still eat. Like, I don't know if I'm making sense. It seems like I don't a lot. So whatever. The thing is that we can say that that might be a bit of cheating. So yeah. But look at that. I think this looks a lot better. But I didn't understand. But in here, like, I had a little bit of trouble with the doors and some windows that just kept disappearing. And I know that in this game that can happen. Like, there's this thing that sometimes when you move objects or delete some or whatever, a few other can disappear or something, and that kept happening to me with the door and some uh, windows, and it was like a bit frustrating because every time I thought I was done, I would have I would have to go back and place the door and the windows again, and I didn't understand what's happening, like, or what was exactly that I was doing that was getting that those things deleted. It honestly was a bit frustrating. But anyway, in the end, thankfully, since we already had the furniture and things, it was more a thing of rearranging and so. But I think it looks good. Uh, I mean, that's what I think. Definitely, it looks better. I mean, you don't have to tell me that it's just a masterpiece or anything like that, but you can say that it's not looking better than the previous version. It's definitely better looking. So I'm happy because of that. And I'm trying to, make everything look a bit cuter or whatever. I gotta admit that keeping the budget in check, like not spending more than what I should, or that way of um, what I told myself that I would not, uh, was a bit hard. Not gonna lie about that because I kept like uh, wanting to make things a little bit more pretty, as I said, a little more like appealing and all that. But as you can see, the furniture that we already had is really cheap, So it's just like so much that you can do. Like, it's not. What I like about this layout now is that before, I think we had, since we didn't have that much furniture and all that, before it looked like a lot of things were, um, how can I say it? A lot of the things were, um, um, what was I saying? I completely forgot what I was saying. Okay. So now it looks like, um, not there's not that much empty space like before. It seemed like there was a lot of empty space around the place, but now it's not like that, which is great. Like, there's still a bit of empty space in some rooms and whatever, but it's because I don't want to spend more money to buy things to fill the space. So I'm trying to stick to using what we already have. So that's why, but like, it definitely looks better. So yeah, I think we're done. I think we did it. We have more money, in fact, than what we started with, which I know is have to do with us selling things that we had in storage or whatever. But look at that. I really like how it looks now. Um, yeah, I mean, again, we don't have like money for do like landscaping and things, but I like this thing. I like it. So yeah, that's it. Hope you like it too.